There was little sight of blue skies in Manchester today as the Conservatives held day 2 of their conference. Blue skies strictly indoors, the backdrop for a war on votes. On the offensive, Shadow Chancellor George Osborne reaching out to the nation's voters.
The next Conservative government is determined to leave public services and society stronger than it finds them. Put bluntly, Labour created this mess, and we Conservatives are going to have to sort it out.
Saving jobs by freezing pay and sharing the burden amongst everyone by those who are unable.
And you will see that whoever wins the election is going to have to ask from 2011 each part of the public sector to accept a 1-year pay freeze. We shouldn't include public servants earning less than £18,000 because I don't believe in balancing the budget on the backs of the poorest, and nor do you.
Frontline military personnel would, he said, also be compensated. In his last Tory conference address before the general election, he asked workers to accept an austerity package to cut the country's burgeoning budget deficit. And by everyone, Mr Osborne includes those inside the Westminster bubble.
And Parliament will be required to do what so many hard-pressed businesses have been forced to do and close its unaffordable pension scheme to new members. And what we ask of Westminster, we will also ask of Whitehall and its quangos. The excessive salaries at the top have to go.
Mr Osborne said he will be straight with voters, but confusion surrounded Conservative plans over the state pension. This morning, the party leader David Cameron facing the media and some tough questions about what those plans were. Describing them as hard choices, Osborne said the Conservatives intend to start raising the retirement age for men to 66 from 2016 and to 65 for women from 2020. Labour already plans to increase the retirement age for men to 68 over the next 3.5 decades and to 65 for women over the next decade. Measures which do not go far enough, according to the Tories. And Osborne's claims that the Conservative plans are a must after years of feckless irresponsibility by the government led to a forceful rebuttal by the Work and Pension Secretary, Yvette Cooper.
Well, I think there's complete confusion about what the Conservatives are saying. They've said now they want people who are in their late 50s to work for an extra 1 to 3 years. I think that is deeply unfair on people who have made plans for their retirement, made financial plans, made family plans. And I just think this shows how out of touch they are with the way in which people who are approaching retirement make their plans and live their lives.
Aside from pensions and Whitehall salaries, Mr Osborne said the 50% rate of tax for top earners would remain for now. Also, bankers' bonuses could be taxed if excessive, and he announced a shake-up of family tax credits, including none for those with an income of over $50,000 a year. In total, the measures outlined in his speech, he said, would save the government $7 billion a year in spending. Whether they are indeed watertight remains to be seen.